It's almost summer, and summer means tourists, and tourists means attractions. And Campbell River, she has a doozy. This is Go Island. I'm Ruth Harris, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. What better day to be out at the Campbell River Pier than this glorious late spring day? The reason we're here is we're getting ready for Oceans Day that is happening this Saturday right here at the Maritime Heritage Center, the Discovery Passage Aquarium, and we have a special guest from there coming up in the show later on. Now, coming up in today's show, we are going to be all the way out to Manitoba for Shaw TV's signature series is starting once again. Big Summer! It's back and it's going to be a blast. We're going to get to see fabulous stories from all over Canada that tell us about things you can do in the summer while you're traveling. It's going to be great. You are going to get to see the cutest little ducklings you have ever seen. That's also coming up. But we are going to start right here in Campbell River with Marjorie Greaves, and she's going to tell us about an awesome, terrible menace that's here on the island and what you can do about it. We are on location in Campbell River, down here at the Maritime Heritage Center and the Discovery Passage Aquarium. This whole parking lot is going to be Oceans Day here in Campbell River this Saturday. Cost ya nothing. Now, let's talk about Marjorie's story that just finished. If you see broom in bloom, cut it down. It's really important to get rid of that stuff. It is not native to Vancouver Island. It is invasive, and it is going to take away all of our native plants because it just takes over. So if it's in bloom, cut it down. Now, we are going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with our very special guest. You are watching Go Island, and we are in Campbell River at the Discovery Passage Aquarium, and joining me now is our very special guest, the manager of this awesome educational place, Lydia Davidovich. Now, Lydia, tell me about this weekend. This is really exciting to have Oceans Day hosted right here for the whole of Campbell River, and
Yep.
It's free. It's a free event.
Absolutely.
Tell us about some of the highlights.
Okay, well, coming back this year, because last year they were here, and coming back this year, we've got Heather Gordon's group. So last year they had the Crow Theater, so they had kind of a caw competition, which was, unfortunately I missed out. I was working that day elsewhere and I missed out, but it sounds like it was a lot of fun. So I don't know what they've got planned for us. But new this year, we've got Lutini the Magician, which I think is going to be a bit of a hit. So he's got sort of an on-stage performance, but then afterwards he's going to be kind of wandering through the crowds and kind of tricks of the hand, I don't know. So that should be kind of interesting. Always popular with the kids, of course, the Bounce-A-Rama.
Yes.
And what's really cool is it's the aquarium's first birthday. So we actually, this is our second year in operation, and we opened last year on Oceans Day.
Right.
So with that, we've got free admission, or pardon me, admission by donation.
Admission by donation.
By donation, pardon me.
So bring your pennies and your nickels and your dimes and your quarters.
That's the idea. It's a great way for people to kind of have a look at what it is and see whether that's something that they might want to be involved with later on.
Okay.
And there's also going to be cake, as with most birthdays.
Cake?
Yes, we're going to have cake.
Love cake.
And there'll be a cake cutting at 12 o'clock, and it is a first come, first serve.
Okay.
But
so get here early if you want a piece of cake to go with your octopus. But we'll get to that in a minute.
So yeah, lots of things for people to come and see and enjoy and get to experience.
Awesome. Now, you were telling us a story before we started about a little gift that was waiting for you this morning. Tell us about that.
Yeah, a little bit of an unexpected surprise when I came in to open for the day. I found a garbage bin with, at the bottom of it, we had 3 or 4 red rock crabs and an octopus, you know, that someone had kindly brought in to donate. Unfortunately, that's actually not encouraged, not accepted. We actually operate under a very strict collecting license.
Yes.
So we have to be very careful about how many and what and where.
Yes.
So they actually had to be released back, and I nearly released myself with them in the water because the rocks are rather slick out there. So please, if you have this in mind, please, I appreciate the effort, I appreciate the thought. Don't bring them in here. Don't bring them up. We
And
can't
if they
accept
do
them.
want to donate, they can donate cash.
Or time.
Or time.
We're
They
always
can
welcome.
come and volunteer
Absolutely.
their time. Okay,
Absolutely.
and participate that way.
Yes.
And now, if you were a student of any age, like 2 to 92,
Yeah.
this is a great place to come to learn, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are
Absolutely.
some of the things that they're going to learn?
Well, basically everything in here, our mandate is to sort of showcase the ecosystem that's found right here in the Discovery Passage, so right
Okay.
at our doorstep. Everything
Awesome.
within the building can be found within about a 5-kilometer radius.
Oh, great.
So we have 2 touch tanks, which
Okay.
visitors are welcome to sort of do a little bit of a tactile exploration as well as just the visual.
Oh, okay.
There are a few little bits and pieces, a little bit of rules involved. We do
Yeah.
require hand rinsing beforehand, so we're not
Yeah.
introducing anything harmful.
Yeah.
And we don't pick any of the animals up because they have so many visitors coming through on a given
Yes.
day. It just stresses
Yeah.
them out too much.
Okay.
But you get a chance to explore
Yeah.
what's found right here.
Awesome. Okay. You've got a brand new octopus that
Yeah.
you got the right way.
yes.
And I love him. So thank you so
Okay.
much for your time today,
You're
and
very
good luck
welcome.
this weekend.
Oh,
It sounds
thank
like it's
you.
going to be a lot of fun.
I hope so.
All right, and now we are going to head down to Port Alberni for a new kind of dance. Have a look. I love the two-step. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Choo-choo-choo-choo. So cool, especially when it eventually means you got food. How great is that? Now, speaking of food, why don't you go grab yourself a snack, and we will be right back after this. I'm Ruth Harris, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We're on location today in Campbell River in the parking lot at the Maritime Heritage Center. On the back side of me is the Discovery Passage Aquarium and, of course, the Campbell River Pier for fishing. And apparently, I have it on a very good authority, out there on the pier, they have ice cream. I will have one of those very, very shortly. So, this coming Saturday, June 7th, from 10 until 3, right here in this parking lot, there is Oceans Day, and it is going to be a blast. They have so many fun things planned for the families and kids, and it's free. Entry into the aquarium is by donation, so bring a little bit to give to them. That would be nice. Now, I've got all kinds of information about parking, because the event is happening in the parking lot where you would normally park, but you can't park here. So you can park at the community center, Tyee Plaza, and Save on Foods over on 16th, and they have buses going from that area every half hour on the quarter hour. So 9:45, 10:15, 10:45, 11:15, and so on. And then buses leaving from here going back over there on the half hour. So 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30. So you get the idea. So you don't have to try to park down here because it'll be insane. So park in one of those places and take the shuttle. How easy is that? And it's free. The whole thing is free, except bring a donation to help them out, because the fish, they eat a lot and they're kind of hungry. So, but it's so educational and it's so interesting. I learned that urchins had quills like porcupine. I thought they were fuzzy and you could pet them. You can't. That was, I'm glad I didn't put my finger in the tank, because I was very tempted to put my finger in the tank and pet, but no, I'm glad I didn't, because I would have been stuck with a very sharp needle thing. So there is going to be activity in the Maritime Heritage Center, over at the aquarium, on the pier, in the parking lot. It's going to be everywhere. There's going to be stuff for that 5-hour period from 10 to 3 on Saturday. It's going to be educational, it's going to be fun, and the weather is supposed to hold, so it's supposed to be like this all week long. So come out and take advantage of it. And now we are going to go from a great big body of water, like where we are here, right at the edge of the ocean, to a very little body of water. And it's very cute. Have a look. I'm Ruth Harris, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are on location at the Discovery Passage Aquarium, and this coming weekend on Saturday, June 7th, is Oceans Day. Here at the aquarium and in the parking lot and across the Maritime Heritage Center, this whole area is just going to be a hive of fun activity, and it is free. You can come into the aquarium by donation. So bring in whatever you got laying around the house, bring it in, and I mean in the cash, not anything, like not the kitchen sink, but just bring cash in. And joining me now is one of the organizers. This is Elan Downey. Elan, tell me what organization that you work with.
I work for the BC Centre for Aquatic Health Sciences, which is a research diagnostic facility, one of its only kind here on the west coast of Canada.
Okay.
Actually, west coast of the whole North America. And we're a research diagnostic facility actually located just down the road here.
Okay.
Dealing with the aquatic environment.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of all the different animals that and the mammals and the fish and the angry fish that we see here in the aquarium, what role have you played in helping to gather these animals?
I'm actually a board member
Okay.
of the aquarium, so I was around from the beginning when we first.
Okay.
I didn't become part of the teardown, but this is a structure from the Hewlett that was brought here and set up. So I was part of the setup and the organization of getting funding for putting it together. And
Awesome.
part of that first year of getting going and forcing them to open for the first Oceans Day last year, so it's been a process of right from the ground up, building it to this year and expanding it, and actually planning on future education, getting the microscope center set up, that kind of thing, yeah.
Well, the kids must really like coming here because it's really at their level. They can just stand and really get like even little kids, like there's some of these tanks are like a 2-year-old could stand there and literally watch.
And they can see things that are different than what we would see.
Yes.
They're looking at it from a whole different level.
Yes.
So they see a lot of the benthic organisms that sometimes we miss when we're looking up high.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat.
Awesome.
They start pointing out.
And these guys, I just want to pet them. Like they just look so.
They're a little sharp.
Are they sharp?
Yeah, they're sea urchins.
Well, they look fuzzy though. They look fuzzy. But they look fuzzy, but they're not. They're sharp.
They're not. They're sharp.
Okay, like porcupine.
Like porcupines.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. You often find them in the nearshore environment without the spines on them, just the test.
Okay.
They're very
All right.
pretty.
Yeah. All right. Well, Elan, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us a bit of background about how this came to be. And I hope lots of people come down for Oceans Day.
I hope so, because Oceans is very important to Campbell River. It's our working environment. So
is.
we like to see our working coast, and you'll get introduced to everything that's part of our working coast here in Campbell River in Discovery Passage.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are in Campbell River. What a glorious view. Campbell River Pier in the background. Isn't that beautiful? It's so beautiful here. I could spend all day out here, but then, you know, the show wouldn't get edited and put together and you'd have nothing to watch. But you do have something to watch. You have us to watch and all of our great stories here on Shaw, Channel 4. Now, this weekend, Oceans Day, here in the parking lot at Maritime Heritage Center and Discovery Passage Aquarium. It's so educational. It's going to be a blast for you and the kids. Bring them down. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, bring everybody. There's going to be games. There's going to be a bouncy castle, I believe. There's going to be tours through the aquarium where you can go learn about fish and octopi and starfish and sea urchins, and they've got this really angry looking fish in there, but he's big and strong and scary, but really interesting. Now, I have to go back to my cheat sheet because there's so much information about what's happening this weekend. Heather Gordon Murphy's group, which is called the Rain Coast Creative Performing Arts, they're going to be here this weekend performing something. And Lutini the Magician, he's going to be here interacting with the kids and the families. And he's also going to stroll through the crowd. So I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I'm sure it's going to be funny and very interesting. Other participants are the Bee's Knee, Campbell River Coast Guard Station is going to be here. The museum at Campbell River is going to have a booth down here. The Beaver Aquatics and City of Campbell River, they're going to be here. Quinsam River Hatchery are going to have representation here. The Comox Strathcona Waste Management, a Coal Phoenix Middle School. It goes on and on and on. Oh, Pacific Biological Services, Magical Faces. Sounds to me like they're going to get to paint faces. So anyway, it's going to be a blast. Now, right now, Shaw's signature series is back. Big Summer. And this is the first one. We're going all the way to Manitoba. Thank you, Manitoba, for that history lesson. I love history. And here in Campbell River, we have history also in this beautiful carving, forestry and wildlife. It's all part of Campbell River's history. And now I'm history, but only for a minute. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. This has been Go Island, Shaw TV on Channel 4. We've been on location today in Campbell River, here at the pier. And of course, earlier we were over at the Discovery Passage Aquarium. It is so, oh, look at the geese. They are so beautiful. Oh my God. Love nature.
We're doing a show.
I know. Sorry. I love Canadian geese. They're just so elegant to watch them fly. Anyway, this weekend on Saturday is Oceans Day, and it's going to be a fun time for families, for all. It is entry by donation. So whatever you have at home, look under the couch cushions and dig deep in those pockets and just bring a little bit down to give to the aquarium, because they are self-supported and they need your help. And it's so educational. They got everything in there that comes from out there. So it's all about what we have under the ocean here, and they're showing it so you can learn a little bit about that. It's going to be all kinds of fun. Parking is over at the Tyee Plaza and the Community Center and Save on Foods. They got shuttle buses running all day long, and it starts at 10 and goes to 3. So come down and have fun out here in the sunshine at the pier, Maritime Heritage Center, Discovery Passage Aquarium. It's going to be a blast. And the best part, at the end, you get to have ice cream, which is what I get to do right now. So have a fabulous week, and we will see you on Friday. We're going to be over in Powell River on Friday. Very excited about that. So check us out on Facebook and like us, please. Follow us on Twitter, ShawTV_NVIPR, and check out our YouTube channel, Shaw TV North Island, all one word. Great stories are there, a whole archive of Go Island on locations. And have a good week. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye.